So today on Biz Dev Live, we are going to talk innovation. But before we get into innovation, we're going to play the brand new theme song for Biz Dev Live.
Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. This is business development, not even selling it. This is intelligent. If you watch it, I promise you benefit. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T.
I love that so much. So are you innovating? So how am I innovating? Today on Biz Dev Live, we just did the theme song. I'll play it again at the end as to play us out, but we are bringing in the theme song there to make this a little bit more professional, a little bit like a show. And I want to talk today because we are bringing that little piece in that I'm very proud of just coordinating and getting for the show. How are you innovating? How are you taking your business to the next level? How are you creating opportunity in your market? How are you showing folks that your brand, that your company is different, that it is innovative? You know, when we think about innovative products, you know, you probably don't think of like things necessarily like regular clothes or stuff, but you know, it's the innovations in clothes that sort of keep things fresh. When we walk into children's place, you know, where we get clothes for the kids and they got the sequins that, you know, can flip. Not even a new thing, but because it's not seen, it's innovative, right? It's another way to sell clothes. What's another way to sell your product? What's another way to do your business? What's an add-on thing that you can do? Can you sell an ebook? Can you sell a book? Can you sell a course? So there's a website called Teachable. If you have a lot of information in your market to share, if you have something that you can put out there and market to folks and teach somebody, you can go on a Teachable. You can use Fiverr.com or Upwork and create your course. And then you can get that on a Teachable and you can make revenue that way. You can put that through your website. You can charge people for it. Great way to make a very slick presentation of a course that you can sell. But innovation, how are you innovating? How are you figuring these things out? How am I able to bring these ideas for innovation to you? Google, right? That's the first place that you should go for anything, whether it's my 9-year-old selling selling baseball cards or you have any kind of business idea. Google, use Google, ask it questions. How do I do this? You don't know how to use the social media website. You saw somebody else do something, figure out how to ask Google. You'll probably get an answer there. All right. Most underutilized tool. A lot of obviously people, everybody knows, go to Google, but it's always interesting when I'm listening to a presentation from Gary Vee that goes deep in on social media strategy. And somebody will get up and inevitably ask a question about, you know, how do you do this technical thing to make this happen on this social media platform? And he says, all right, I want you to write this down. You're going to go to the website, google.com, google.com, and you're going to ask how to do that. Because, and not being funny, so often we get in our head and like, oh, that's impossible. And really, it's just a Google search away. So don't forget that you have that tool available to you, whatever it is, whether you're in a very highly, you know, in a highly technical industry or in doing something simple. Google can be a huge resource for you. And then the next best thing is, you know, if you're not able to get those easy answers, which I recommended Google first as a place to go, is because you don't want to walk into that situation where you're asking somebody, you know, how do you do this? I don't know, go to Google, right? That's the way I figured it out, that kind of thing. You don't want that kind of response. So that First thing is go to Google. If Google's not helpful, you're not able to figure that out from there. Seek out best practices. So talk to people, get into networking associations, getting into places where you can speak with other people. Seek out even on Google best practice websites for different companies. What are people doing in your industry or in other industries? What tools are they utilizing? What strategies are they utilizing? What systems are they utilizing? What processes are they utilizing? What are the best practices? When it comes to technology and innovating that into your business, try the free model. So, so many things that are out there right now that can really help you with scheduling your time, like calendly.com. There's a free version. With a lot of the social media, Wix, you can build a website for free. Get on there and play with it. Find out if it's a good fit. Use the free version. That's a great way for you to innovate. If you're having a tough time with your website and you're having a tough time with your web developer, and I'm having these conversations every day, which is why I'm bringing this to the Biz Dev show. I'm having these conversations. I just talked to somebody yesterday. They had a person put together their website, and there was old links on the website. And because they didn't create the website themselves, they're not able to easily go in there and make those changes. Common mistake on most websites, not having a call to action right there on the front page. I spoke to somebody else. They had a Barnes and Noble link for their book. Was outdated, doesn't even exist there anymore, but their book is on Amazon. So it could be on the website in a great place, right? So, those are just conversations that I had yesterday. So try the free version, learn those skills. When you find something that works, then put the money into that innovation, right? Now it works. I tried out Calendly for free, and now I'm paying for it because it was so big. Now, if it didn't work out, I move on to the next thing and try. But now it's worth it. I found it, and I'm going to invest a little bit of money in there to make sure that I have that tool going forward. If there's something else that comes along, I'll do that. One of the strategies that I'm utilizing right now is, a lot of these things, they have like the year membership and you can save, or you can have the monthly. With the way things are, I'm doing the monthly because I don't know if I'm going to want to do this a year from now. So I appreciate that they have the month-to-month subscription, and I'm taking that. Might cost me a little bit more month to month, but again, I'm in control and I'm not laying out large amounts of money. Those are the great ways to protect your money pot as well as innovate and really charge through to find some new way to do something. Look at what people are doing along the lines of the try the free version, put money into innovation. Just in terms of innovating, because I see this with a lot of people's graphics. I see this with a lot of people's imagery. Everybody's style is their own, but outdated is outdated. Crisp versus blurry. These are things that, what do you want your company associated with? Do you want your company associated with something that's outdated, or do you want something that's crisp and fresh? If you don't know how to do crisp and fresh, seek out Google, seek out best practices, try the free version of canva.com, put money into hiring somebody at Fiverr or Upwork to create some really great graphics for you that maybe you could put together yourself, but really just don't have the time to put all the fine touches on it. Really great work. I just did a redo for my clients' logos. They just did high resolution because their web designer didn't provide high resolution images for their logos. So we had those all redone, and they're better than they were the first time, and they've broken the pieces out. So there's a lot more ability for my client to now utilize the graphics and the picture piece of it and place it wherever they want on whatever they're going to use. And it cost me $30, right? $30 to redo a logo and break it apart and make it high resolution and provide different graphic files so that it can be printed later on. So really, I can't I can't tell you enough, utilizing services like Fiverr.com, just going on there and looking for ideas on different products that you could create with the help of some professionals for a pretty low cost is really amazing. A lot of times I think we have great ideas, but like, well, how do I create a product? How do I package it? All that kind of stuff. Fiverr.com, Upwork, these are great places to innovate and take whatever you have to offer and package it and get the little crisp cut out in terms of a well thought out product that you can now offer to somebody. All right. Now, the fifth one is encouraging innovation in the people around you. So whether you're a solopreneur or you're working with other people, with the people that you are networking with the people that you are working with, you should be encouraging innovation. If a rising tide lifts all boats, right? So if you want yourself to innovate and you want your thing to be more innovative, it makes a lot of sense for people to be innovating around you. So encourage innovation around you, be open to innovation around you. If you're running a company and you have staff, try to get them on like a 10%, 15% of the time. They should be coming up with new ideas. There should be exploration, because it's a great way to keep fresh. I got a couple bonus things, right? So those are 5 things, right? Google is 1. 2, seek out your best practices. 3, try the free version with whatever technology that's being offered there and get some of those skills and try something new. You'll get ideas. Put money into innovation when it works, or you really feel like it could tie in well. Put your money where your mouth is, so to speak, but get in there and really accept it and embrace it and invest in it, because innovation in the long run, you want to make smart moves. Like I said, I'm doing the monthly plan versus the long term. I'm not saying sink thousands and thousands of dollars into things. That might be the wrong move. But certainly when you find something that works, or when you find something that really ties in well that you think is going to do good, make that investment when you can and when it's necessary. And then 5, encourage innovation in the people around you. So some bonus things. If you want to think fresh and you want to stay on top of your game, get moving, exercise, get your body in good shape. And I guarantee you, with some good exercise and things around, yoga, meditation, quiet time, being still, just having time to think is an innovative strategy to create innovation. Do it. I promise you, you will get some value out of that. I do some of my best thinking in that quiet time in the shower. I love it. I'd love to hear what your best place for coming up with new ideas and innovation is. I think those would be really interesting comments. Really look forward to reading them, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. This has been Cameron Toth with Business Development Live at 11, and here we go with the brand new theme song, playing us out.
Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. This is business development, not even selling it. This is intelligent. If you watch it, I promise you benefit. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T.
Mic drop. Fiverr.com, I created that. You can do it too for your show. Really look forward to talking to you tomorrow. I will see you then. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to subscribe and like. You do it for your mama. I do it for you. Thank you very much. Do it for me. Bye.